Welcome to my channel, Worth. Old coins, today's best. Top 5 coins 1. You want to miss? We're diving into the world of American coin? Please don't skip this video. So let's get it started. Top 1. The 1965 one-dime coin of the United States, often referred to as the Roosevelt dime, is a significant piece in American numismatic history, primarily because it marked the transition from silver to a clad composition, reflecting the changing economic and monetary policies of the time. Before 1965, dimes were composed of 90% silver and 10% copper. But rising silver prices and hoarding behavior led to a major shift in U.S. coinage. As a result, the Coinage Act of 1965 eliminated silver from dimes and quarters, making the 1965 dime the first U.S. 10-cent coin to be minted in a copper-nickel-clad composition. Specifically, the outer layers consist of 75% copper and 25% nickel, bonded to a core of pure copper. The coin has a standard diameter of 17.91 millimeters, a thickness of 1.35 millimeters, and a weight of 2.27 grams. The edge of the coin remains reeded with 118 ridges, a feature originally intended to prevent clipping or shaving of precious metal when dimes were made of silver. The obverse side of the 1965 dime features a left-facing portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, designed by John R. Sinnock, with the inscriptions "Liberty, in God We Trust," and the date 1965. Along with the designer's initials JS at the base of Roosevelt's neck. Notably, there is no mint mark on 1965 dimes, regardless of where they were produced, because mint marks were temporarily removed from all U.S. coins between 1965 and 1967 in an effort to discourage coin collecting during the nationwide coin shortage. The reverse side of the coin showcases a torch in the center symbolizing liberty, flanked by an olive branch on the left representing peace, and an oak branch on the right symbolizing strength and independence. The inscriptions United States of America, E pluribus unum, and one dime are encircled around the central design. Millions of 1965 dimes were struck, making it a common date for collectors, and though it holds little numismatic premium in circulated condition, it serves as a pivotal historical marker in U.S. coinage history. However, due to the transition year, collectors remain intrigued by rumors and confirmed finds of 1965 dimes, mistakenly struck on leftover 90% silver planchettes, making such rare era coins extremely valuable and sought after. The Philadelphia Mint, which struck all 1965 dimes, was the sole producer that year, as Denver and San Francisco were not allowed to use mint marks, and no proofs were officially issued for public release during the period from 1965 to 1967. The 1965 Roosevelt dime remains a symbol of economic adaptation, technological innovation in minting, and the enduring legacy of President Roosevelt, whose New Deal programs and leadership during the Great Depression and World War II left an indelible mark on American society. Today, the 1965 dime continues to circulate widely, often overlooked in everyday transactions, but deeply appreciated by historians and numismatists as a tangible reminder of a transformative era in U.S. monetary policy. Top 2. The 1966 Roosevelt dime marked the first full year of U.S. circulation coinage, fully transitioned to copper-nickel-clad format after about 1.38 billion clad business strike coins were struck in Philadelphia, none bearing mint marks. Part of a 1965-1967 policy designed to discourage hoarding. The dime retained John R. Sinnock's 1946 design, Roosevelt's left-facing bust with liberty, "In God We Trust," the date and JS initials on the obverse, and a torch flanked by olive and oak branches on the reverse symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. At 17.91 millimeters in diameter, 2.268 grams in weight, and edged with 118 reeds. The coin's composition consists of a pure copper core sandwiched between outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel, yielding a total of 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel. Circulated examples and grades up to about EF40 or O50 typically retain face value 1, though choice specimens can fetch 25 cents, 50 cents. Uncirculated business strikes in MS62, MS64 are common and generally valued between 50 cents, $5, while MS65 gems average $10, $20. MS66 coins are noticeably rarer, climbing to $30, $50, and MS67 Plus pieces are scarce BCGs and NGC. Population figures show fewer than 50 known at MS68, one of which sold for $2,375 in 2021. The coveted full bands FB, variatory recognized by sharp fully separated horizontal bands on the torch reverse, carries a strong premium. MS66 FB sells in the $50, $100 plus range. And spectacular MS68 FB coins have reached auction highs around $2,820. Besides business strikes, approximately 2.26 million special mint set SMS dimes were produced in Philadelphia, no S mint mark, featuring a satin finish for collectors. SMS specimens in SP60 grades begin at $15, rising to $35 in SP65, $125 in SP67, and the rare SP68 Plus examples command several hundreds. Fabled SP69 coins have sold for over $4,700. Collectors also prize error coins from 1966, known varieties include doubled dies with Liberty remnants, clipped planchettes worth $30, $50, missing letters, off-center strikes, and even blank planchettes, some of which can fetch $50, $100 plus, while extreme varieties, like double dies, may exceed $4,000, $125,000, according to auction guides. Environmental issues like clad layer separation resembling an exposed copper core are usually damage, not mint errors, and typically don't carry extra value beyond face Reddit. Users affirm these are often post-mint exposure to acidic environments rather than true die issues. Overall, while the 1966 Roosevelt dime is abundant in everyday circulation, it holds surprising depth for collectors. Key highlights include gem uncirculated coins, full bands varieties, exquisite SMS strikes, and striking error specimens, with rare examples achieving prices from a few dollars to several thousand, truly elevating a humble dime into a numismatic gem. Top 3. The 1967 Roosevelt dime was minted exclusively at Philadelphia, part of a nationwide strategy 1965 to 1967 to combat coin hoarding by omitting mint marks, and a massive 2.245 billion business strike coins were produced that year. It maintained the classic Roosevelt design by engraver John R. Seneca's initials JS beneath the portrait, the obverse, along with the inscriptions Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date 1967. The reverse features a central torch flanked by an olive branch piece on the left and an oak branch strength on the right, with the legend United States of America, the motto E pluribus unum, and the denomination 1 dime beneath. This coin transitioned fully from silver to a cupronickel-clad composition, outer layers 75% copper, 25% nickel over a pure copper core totaling 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel. Weighing 2.268 grams, measuring 17.91 millimeters in diameter, 1.35 millimeters thick, with a reeded edge of 118 reeds. In general, circulated examples in grades up to a U50 are still valued near face, around 10 cents, 50 cents, sometimes up to 75 cents in strong examples. Once uncirculated MS62, MS64, values rise to $1, $5, with MS65 at $8, $15, MS66 around $15, $30, MS67 over $30, $50, and MS68 skyrocketing to $250, $400. With rare MS69 circulating strikes reaching $500 plus. A major premium category is the full bands FB variety featuring sharply defined horizontal bands across the torch, reverse starting around $24, $55 for MS66 FB, $82, $150 for MS67 FB, and reaching $1,200, $1,800 plus or more for MS68 FB coins. During 1967, due to the absence of proof coinage, the Mint produced special mint sets SMS at San Francisco, about 1.86 million coins, featuring a satin finish and no mint marks. SMS non-cameo dimes range from $2, $5 in SP63 to $26 in SP68, with SP69 reaching about $200. SMS cameo varieties add premium SP63 cam at $3, SP68 cam around $75, and SP69 cam up to $850, while deep cameo SMS coins command even higher. SP66 DCAM tilde $160, SP68 DCAM tilde $1,500, and the sole known SP69 DCAM estimated near a staggering $30,000 or more. In addition to FB and SMS varieties, error coins offer another collecting avenue. Clipped planchettes tilde $35, $40. Off-center strikes from $20, $300 plus depending on offset and date visibility. Missing clad layers exposing the copper core $60, $150. Doubled dies, blank planchettes, broad strikes, die chips, etc. All commanding various value ranges. Auction records highlight that remarkable examples, such as MS68 FB struck coins, high-grade FB business strikes, and pristine deep cameo SMS varieties have sold for $1,440, $9,988 or more in marketplace highlights. Thus, while most 1967 dimes are mere pocket change, top-tier specimens, especially those with full bands integrity, SMS cameo finishes, or unique mint errors can be quietly exceptional, commanding hundreds to tens of thousands of dollars, making this common. Year, a surprisingly rich field for numismatic enthusiasts. Top 4. The 1969 Denver Dime Mint Mark D stands out among modern U.S. coins with a hefty $563,323,870 business strike mintage, making it common in circulation, but with hidden depths for collectors. Composed of copper nickel-clad 75%, Cu 25% Ni outer layers over a pure copper core, the dime weighs to 0.268 grams, measures 17.91 millimeters, and has 118 reads, mirroring the post-1965 format, designed to maintain machine compatibility while eliminating silver. The obverse presents Franklin D. Roosevelt's profile by John R. Sinnock. With liberty, in God we trust, the date and the D mint mark. The reverse shows a torch flanked by olive and oak branches, and bears United States of America, e pluribus, unum, 1 dime. In everyday wear, these dimes are nearly worthless beyond face value, though crisp circulated examples may sell for 30 cents, $1.40. Uncirculated business strikes in MS62, MS64 command $6 to $12, while higher grades like MS65 to MS66 can reach $25, $125, stretching to $700 plus in MS67 and up to $1,600 in MS68. If full bands FB grading applies, The prized full bands FB variety identifiable by sharply defined horizontal bands on the torches reverses rare at higher grades. MS66 FBs wholesale around $200. $450. MS67 FBs around $480 wholesale and retail, and MS68 FBs around $1,600, though no proof dimes were minted for circulation. In Denver in 1969, only Philadelphia and proofs from San Francisco. Collectors still prize quality and die varieties. Errors do appear off-center strikes. Clipped or blank planchettes, missing clad layer. Doubled mint marks fetching $50, $150 plus, sometimes beyond depending on eye appeal. A rare 1969D repunched D sold for about $300. And a double strike example about $100. A curious, newly recognized variety involves a reverse die issue, Konica RDV00, to bearing a higher relief proof style torch, offering an intriguing new niche for enthusiasts. In essence, while most 1969 D-dimes remain pocket change, exceptional full bands examples, high-grade mint state specimens, or collectible mint error issues can climb from a few dollars into the hundreds, or beyond, illustrating the surprising depth behind this otherwise common coin. Top 5. The 1971 one-dime coin of the United States, commonly known as the Roosevelt dime, stands as a continuation of a significant era in American coinage that began in 1965, following the end of silver coin production for circulation. Minted during a period of major economic and political transitions in America. The 1971 dime is composed of a clad metal alloy, specifically a copper core with outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel, weighing approximately 2.27 grams and measuring 17.91 millimeters in diameter, with a reeded edge of 118 grooves. The Roosevelt dime was introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, who led the United States through the Great Depression and World War II, and who also founded the March of Dimes campaign to fight polio, a disease he himself battled. The obverse front of the 1971 dime features the left-facing bust of Roosevelt, designed by John R. Sennock, chief engraver of the U.S. Mint, with inscriptions including Liberty to the left. In God We Trust below the chin, the date 1971. To the lower right, and Cynic's initials JS near the truncation of the neckline. The reverse back of the coin displays a torch in the center, flanked by an olive branch on the left and an oak branch on the right, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. Surrounding the design are the inscriptions United States of America, and one dime, along with the Latin motto E pluribus unum, out of many, one across the center. The 1971 dime was struck at multiple U.S. Mint facilities, with a majority produced at the Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, while others were made at the Denver Mint, marked with a small d on the obverse near the date, and the San Francisco Mint with an S mint mark, used primarily on proof coins. Billions of 1971 dimes were struck, making them common in circulation, with over 456 million from Philadelphia, over 750 million from Denver, and approximately 3 million proof coins from San Francisco. Although most 1971 dimes hold only face value due to their high mintage and lack of silver, they are significant to collectors for their historic context and possible mint errors, such as off-center strikes, double dies, or misaligned dies, which can elevate their numismatic value. Furthermore, some 1971 proof dimes were struck with a no S, a row, meaning they lack the mint mark, despite being struck at San Francisco, which are extremely rare and highly valuable. The 1971 Roosevelt dime reflects a maturing stage of U.S.-clad coinage technology, by which the mint improved its methods of bonding layers and ensured longevity in circulation. This coin also marks a time in U.S. history when inflation was rising, and coin production was increasing to meet growing demand for cash transactions. Although not a silver coin like earlier Roosevelt dimes from 1946 to 1964, the 1971 version still holds immense historical and sentimental value. Being part of everyday commerce and a lasting tribute to a transformative American president, its presence in modern pocket change today is a testament to the durability of clad coinage and the enduring legacy of FDR, whose fight against polio and championing of the common people remain foundational aspects of the American story. Most circulated examples are worth only 10 cents. The 1971 dime remains a fascinating piece for collectors interested in mint varieties, historical significance, and transitional American numismatics. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe my channel for more videos.